Welcome back to Edulexis. Today is day 27 of our Python journey. We're moving beyond standard functions to explore the world of functional programming. We will cover lambdas, map, filter, and the powerful reduce function. A lambda function is a small, anonymous function. Unlike a standard function defined with def, a lambda has no name and is contained in a single line. It's perfect for short, throwaway pieces of logic. Look at this syntax. We use the keyword lambda, followed by parameters, a colon, and the expression. There is no return statement. The result of the expression is returned automatically. Here is a standard function versus a lambda. Notice how the lambda is more concise. However, remember, use lambdas for simple logic. If it gets complex, stick to def for better readability. Now, let's talk about map. The map function takes a function and an iterable like a list and applies that function to every single item in that list. It's a transformer. Let's say we want to double every number in a list. Instead of a for loop, we use map. We pass our lambda as the logic and our list as the data. It returns a map object, which we can cast to a list. Why use map? It's often faster and more memory efficient than traditional loops. It expresses the intent of the code clearly. I want to transform everything in this collection. Next up is filter. As the name suggests, it filters an iterable based on a condition. The function you provide must return a boolean, true or false. If we have a list of ages and only want those over 18, filter is your best friend. It iterates through the list, keeps items where the condition is true, and discards the rest. Let's clarify, map changes the items but keeps the count the same. Filter keeps the items the same but changes the total count based on your criteria. Reduce is different. It's part of the functools module. It takes a list and reduces it to a single cumulative value, like a sum or a product. It works by applying the function to the first two elements, then taking that result and applying it to the third, and so on. It's like a rolling calculation. First, we must import it. Then, we use reduce a lambda x, y x asterisk y, numbers. This would calculate the factorial or product of an entire list in just one line of code. Let's open our editor. We'll start by creating a list of temperatures in Celsius and use map to convert them all to Fahrenheit using a lambda formula. Now, let's take a list of usernames and use filter to find only those that start with the letter A. Notice how clean the code looks compared to nested loops. Using reduce, we can find the maximum number in a list. Our lambda will be lambda A, B, or if A greater than B else B. This is a great way to see how reduce compares values pairwise. A common mistake is forgetting that map and filter return iterators. If you try to print them directly, you'll see a memory address. Always wrap them in list to see the result. Because these functions return iterators, they are lazy. They don't calculate the values until you actually need them. This saves a massive amount of RAM when dealing with large datasets. Don't overdo it. If your lambda needs a docstring or multiple lines, it shouldn't be a lambda. Python's philosophy is readability counts. Don't sacrifice clarity for clever code. In data science, you'll use these concepts constantly with libraries like pandas. In web dev, they help process JSON data from APIs quickly and efficiently. Here is a challenge for you. Given a list of numbers, use filter to get the even ones, then map to square them. Can you chain these two functions together? Here is the solution. We nested the filter inside the map. This functional chaining is a very powerful pattern in modern Python development. Some developers prefer list comprehensions over map and filter. Usually, comprehensions are more Pythonic, but knowing both makes you a versatile programmer. Did you know lambdas can be returned from other functions? This is called a closure. It allows you to create specialized functions on the fly, like a custom multiplier. One of the most common uses for lambdas is the key argument in sort. You can tell Python exactly which part of a complex object it should use for sorting. To wrap up, lambdas are anonymous, one-line functions. They are used when you need a simple function for a short period, typically as an argument to another function. Map transforms every element. Filter selects specific elements based on a condition. Both are essential for clean, declarative data processing. Reduce aggregates data. It turns a collection into a single value. It's less common than map or filter but indispensable for cumulative operations. Tomorrow, we take things even higher with decorators. This builds directly on today's logic, so make sure you practice these lambdas tonight. Thanks for watching Edulexis. Check the description for the source code and exercises. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep coding. I'll see you in day 28.
Thank you for watching. Like if you learned something, share with your circle, and subscribe for more.